All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to give you an update on Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach as more rumors swirl about Gervonta Davis's retirement, and Lamont Roach sends a direct message to Gervonta Davis about the next fight. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we are going to talk about more information out there that's being put out there on Gervonta Davis, claiming that Gervonta Davis is going to be done after 2025, that he will no longer be fighting after 2025, and he has reconsidered his retirement. At the same time, if that was true, bad timing, because Lamont Roach, from what he's saying, seems real ready for this rematch. But before I get into the details, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you guys so much for your continued support. It makes a huge difference to the channel, especially to the people that support in the super thanks, which is a little $ underneath by the comment section. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. All right, so the usual suspects are out here saying the usual things about the usual people. In this case, it is Gervonta Davis, and I guess some people needed some views, so like we all do. And they said Gervonta Davis is going to be retiring after 2025. That's it. Okay, I'm going to react to that, but I'm also going to talk about it as if it's true, and if it is true, what Lamont Roach just said doesn't bode well for Gervonta Davis. Now, is Gervonta Davis going to be retiring after 2025? I doubt that very much. Why is that? Because we don't know exactly when he's fighting yet, although we believe it's in August. So you have August, September, October, November, December. If he fights in August, or let's say it's in mid-August, chances are Gervonta Davis will not be able to fight again after that because he would have fought 2 times this year. So what does that mean? You're basically saying that you believe Gervonta Davis's fight with Lamont Roach, next fight with Lamont Roach, is his last fight. Because who else is he going to fight before the end of 2025? Okay? The answer is nobody. Of course, there is the possibility that he could fight Jake Paul, and people have been talking about that. But I personally would not consider a 3-round exhibition with Jake Paul as a legitimate boxing match because it's not going to go on the record. It's just a big event for these guys to make money. And I don't have a problem with them having an event to have the money. I have a problem with people just using their brain. Okay, as long as Gervonta Davis fights Lamont Roach, you don't know what's going to happen to him for the rest of the year, other than more than likely he's not going to fight. So he's probably going to have a fight into 2026. Is it possible that he could retire in 2026 or towards the end of 2026, going into 2027? Absolutely, there is. He's already over 30. He's already had over 30 fights. The man has been fighting since he's like 5 or 6 years old. He's 30 years old now, right? So he's been fighting. He's been in the ring fighting for over 24 plus over 24 years or so. That's a long time. That's a lot of wear and tear. And yeah, man, he may feel like, look, I've made all the money I'll ever need. I've made more money than I ever thought I would make. Hey, man, it's kind of could be time for me to sit down, not take so much punishment, not take any more shots on my head, spend time with my kids and all of that. Yeah, it's very possible. But I think that could be the case with any boxer that made a significant amount of money. I will tell you, though, and this is where the part where I transition into Lamont Roach, that if it is true that he says that this is going to be the end of the year and that's it, he's going to be in trouble with Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach put out a tweet, and let me repeat what the tweet says. He said, "I'm the hardest working MF on the block, in the gym, out the gym, you name it. I'm a rare breed cut from a different cloth, cold-blooded man, and none of you MFs can stop this SHIT. Look, that is one of the big problems that I thought Gervonta Davis had going into his last fight with Lamont Roach, that his mindset was not on Lamont Roach, and he might have been looking a little bit past Lamont Roach onto a Jake Paul fight or onto retirement, whatever the case was. If he still has that mentality, if he still has that mindset, then he can run into the same problem with Lamont Roach, because Lamont Roach is feeling like he's acting like he's the odds-on favorite in the fight coming up. So if his mind is like that, man, if his mind is what they are saying it is, that he's still trying to check out, look, man, he may be in there and looking for an excuse to check out with Lamont Roach. I don't think that's the case, so at least I hope that that's not the case. What I'm hoping is that we get a really, really solid fight, an excellent fight. I don't want a competitive fight. Can't lie, man. I want Gervonta Davis to blow him out because I'm a big Gervonta Davis fan. I appreciate Lamont Roach. I don't want to see it as, like I'm speaking down on Lamont Roach or anything like that, because I'm really not. I'm just saying that, hey, man, that first fight was a little too nerve-wracking for me, man. I like for my fighters to win with a little bit more comfort. However, I do believe that is what we're going to see out of Lamont Roach, out of Gervonta Davis in the next fight. I think you're going to see Gervonta Davis fighting in a little bit different style and racking up more points on Lamont Roach, forcing Lamont Roach to come to him more often. But whatever the case is, man, look, I've really, really enjoyed Gervonta Davis's career. I've enjoyed all of the fights that he's had to date. And the only thing that I will say is that I just think it's such a shame that such a large part of the boxing media and the vocal fans, or people that try to play them better, basically the people that try to pretend like they're fans. It's just such a shame that they spend so much time and so much energy during this guy's career tearing him down and trying to prevent people from actually enjoying the guy during his career. And now, towards the end of his career, they're trying to feed off the dude by throwing a bunch of rumors out there about him quitting and all of this stuff. It's just, to me, man, I'm just not a big fan of all that drama. Not a big fan of that drama. But at the end of the day, Gervonta Davis is more than likely going to get back in that ring with Lamont Roach, and what happens in that ring is going to dictate what Gervonta Davis does. If Gervonta Davis goes in there and he has an uninspired performance, he had an uninspired training camp, then hey, man, it may be time for him to go, because hey, dude, he's not that big to begin with. He's a very, very small guy fighting at 135 pounds. Cass already kind of got a book on him a little bit because he's been there so long. Just don't know, man. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And also, just want to say one more thing. The WBO put out a flyer, and I have to tip my hat to the WBO for putting it out. Probably going to do a separate video about it. But they actually came out and said how important it was for the Muhammad Ali Act to stay in place, and the reasons why it's important for the Muhammad Ali Act to stay in place, that in the face of Turki Al-Sheikh and TKO and UFC trying to shut down those protections for boxers. So I'll be talking about that on later videos. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.